guys, welcome on the stream. A new week. Hope you guys are all well. Let's see who is in here. XAUUSD Trader, as always. Simeon is here. Roaring Lion, Victor. Welcome on, guys. Let's see what is gold doing. It's pushing up. Yeah, we are having a 5-minute manipulation candle as of now, as you guys can see. So what can we do here? Let's see. First of all, I'll just mark current day's profile so we can see where we are. Okay. Wow, this candle is like 140 points. But we don't have an area of interest. So let's clean up the charts a little bit here and then we'll mark everything out. So let's go in the 1 minute. Wrong one. By the way, today the upload is coming, guys. We'll see a little bit more on that later. So let's start with the weekly profile. Last week's profile. So where is the market close? Around here. Yeah. And we'll drag it back until Monday market open. Like this. Perfect. So now we have the previous week's volume profile. I'll drag these now to the relevant points like this, and the point of control. Perfect. We can see we have a low volume node on the weekly right here. Let's see if that's any. Yeah, that's a bit far away, but I'll still leave it on. So we have the weekly areas marked out. What can we see? Yeah, this one as well, but we'll see what price does in that one first if we come there. Now let's do Friday's markups. So Friday market open right around here until market close right here. Oh, I forgot something here. I extended it to the right. That was wrong. So now we'll have to adjust the settings a little bit here. So previous week, the low volume node is still there, so that's no issue. Value area high is still the same, and value area low is just gonna be around here. So okay, now it's perfect. And now what we will do is, let's see, by the way, what the 5-minute did. Yeah, it did close as a manipulation candle, but as I said, no area of interest, so no trade with that one. Now with that one as well, we won't extend it to the right, so we just have the previous days, so Friday's levels marked out. And then we'll just drag again Friday's value area high is here, right before the previous week's high. Then Friday's value area low, and point of control is up there, so that's a good target also for some buys in this area. And the low volume node, we have one here from Friday. That's about it. And we do have some other high volume nodes like this one, these here, and this one. And that's about it for gold. Since we are extended a lot, what we can do here is, by the way, hit the like button, guys, so we can push the stream a little bit, because I think we don't have our usual viewers on here. So what we can do is we'll mark the range starting from New York session. So we have this session's profile in here as well. Yeah, huge pump right now. A 1 minute candle is 90 points. At this point, we are pushing above these highs from Friday. If you guys can remember, we tried this short here, but just got stopped out by like 7 points, which, like, 7 points right now on gold is like pretty much nothing, but yeah, part of the game. And as of now, we are clearly in a distribution seeking for another balanced price range, because as you can see, buyers are pushing price up very aggressively. So we'll see what we can get within this range. Because we didn't really get any kind of entry as of now. So we'll have to wait a little bit here. And we'll also do a giveaway if we hit 50 likes. We'll go back to those likes, because otherwise the stream is not really getting far, guys. We have to play the game. Don't hate the player, hate the game. And just a second, Kadir sent me a voice message. I'll just listen to that one. Okay. What upload? The volume profile video, the first one of many coming up today. We'll see how that one goes. Yeah, we have some serious volume on gold, guys. This is crazy. Look at this. I mean, all of these pushes are like crazy pumps. Look at this. From the New York low, there's already 500 points, guys. we are definitely in a really interesting market on gold. I haven't seen such price action ever on gold, and I'm trading gold for 6 years now. It's just crazy, mind-blowing, really mind-blowing. I'll watch it tomorrow morning for breakfast. Yeah, nice. Brother, how are you feeling? Better? Yeah, I'm a bit better. Still have my vitamins here. I'm gonna sip on that. I mean, I am almost at 100%, but I still have like a little bit of coughing and stuff like this. But it's all good. Got a fresh trim from the barber as well. So we are fresh for the week. Hello everyone. Hello Martha T. Hello. Welcome. Actually, I just saw now that the tag didn't work. I think, yeah, that's why I think not many came on. The tag on Discord didn't work. So let's see if this makes a difference now. We're at 16, but only 6 likes. This is way too less, guys. Come on. What is 6 likes? Okay. That made a big difference. Posting it in the Discord, 4 people joined already in the second. So we really have some supporters in the Discord, guys. Nice. I love to see it. 15-minute candle closed really strong at this point. As you can see, we are pushing above these areas right here. We do have a little bit of a higher volume node from Friday right here at the 443.55s. So that's gonna be interesting. And some kind of a low volume node in here. But it's not a crazy low volume node like this one. Look at this one and look at this one. This is like really a low volume node. And as you can see, the white ones or the gray ones are up volume. So we only had like sell aggression in here and only like passive buyers. So this can be a really interesting area if we could come down to that again. But obviously, as of now, we're just pushing and pushing and pushing. And we did range quite a lot in this area. Because look, we marked out the low volume node. And as you can see, right here, we built a high volume node and even the point of control of today. So we kind of filled this part of the low volume node, but the upper part is still standing out. So that is a possibility that we could come and fill in this area once more. Oh, nice. Some news from the White House, guys. Senior advisor Hassett says, I think the shutdown is likely to end sometime this week. Hopefully, we need some news, guys. We do need high impact news. I mean, of course, we can also trade without them, but it's much easier, in total honesty, if we have financial news, events, etc. on a daily basis or at least like a weekly basis. So yeah. Yeah, it's gonna be a bit of a waiting game on gold. Let me mark out all the levels on ES. Hello universe, welcome. Victor says I can only like one time. Mardati says don't forget to pray first. What do you mean? I don't get it. Belama, hello. Welcome on the stream. So let's mark our areas for ES and let's see what ES did over the weekend. Yeah, pretty much pushed up. Yeah, this was so unlucky. Look at this, guys. The trade from Friday, we just got stopped out and then price started to rally up. Was really unlucky, but I saw this candle right here, almost a manipulation candle right in here, and that was also the value area low at that time as well. And it created a 15-minute MC, but the indicator didn't show it. Why? Because it was still a bit bearish, so we would have had to range a little bit more or get a push to the upside a bit more and then range for the indicator to give the long. But yeah, that was just combining it with volume, etc. This was a really solid entry, but at that time I was not on the charts anymore, like actively like trading. Have you any idea for NASDAQ, bro? Rush asks. Yes, we'll do those now. Let's start with NASDAQ since you asked. So we can go over that first. So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna go to the 1 hour and then I'll just delete everything here. Wait, I deleted the low volume node, I think. Yeah, we'll check if that is still a low volume node or not. And now we will mark out the previous week's volume profile first. So until here. And then I'll go down to the 1 minutes. So I have the exact levels that I'm looking out for, and obviously we have to check, and it shouldn't be on extend right because we only want the previous week's data. So now I'll just drag the POC down and then the value area low right here and the value area high of the previous week. And trust me guys, it's always easier if the last week ranged a little bit with the volume profile. So if you want the volume profile to give you solid levels to trade off of or target, it's always gonna be a bit easier. Just so you guys know, when market is extending and just pushing a lot or down, like on gold, it's gonna be tough to use the previous week's profile. Why? Because market is most likely not gonna be near to those areas. But obviously then what we will do is we'll just use the previous day's profile a little bit more, you know. So now I'll drop down. I am already on the 1 minute. I'll just drag these levels right here. Perfect. We can see actually that we have a huge low volume node in this area. So pre-market on Friday, London and pre-New York has a lot of low volume, so we might get in there, I don't know. But as you can see, the low volume node is not a low volume node anymore, because look how beautifully we broke above, came down, broke again, and then consolidated a little bit within this, built up the volume, and then pushed up again. So very beautiful stuff to observe. And this low volume node is also not very useful anymore, so we'll delete that. Okay, and now what we can do is we will take now the current day's profile, and we'll extend it to the right. And this one will stay like this. Why? Because we will need this one for the entire week, right? Since it's a Monday. And then what I can see directly here is this low volume node also lining up with the 30-minute gap right there. So perfect. But obviously with volume, you can see the real gap, you know, and not just focus on this part that is marked by only the candlesticks, you know. So that's a huge advantage when you use the volume profile. And I'm gonna cover that in more detail in the video that's gonna come up today in like 2 hours after the stream. So once we end the stream, so it's gonna premiere, so you can watch that for sure and get some value out of that. So what I'm thinking of NASDAQ is either we do one of these two. So obviously we are again very bullish, okay? So this is very clear. Why? You can see the structure. We are building up the structure, and the range high is still up in this area and untested. So this way, and also look at the 1 hour, we are getting a bear trap. So this means also the indicator is looking for longs from now on. So this is also a really good sign. Also on the 30-minute we have the potential bear trap, etc. But what I would look out for is the following. Now going down to the 1 minute, as you can see, the point of control is still here. Maybe it's gonna come up to here because as you can see there is some serious volume executed right there. But what I would look out for is the following: either push down to the point of control, weekly open, a retest of the previous day high, and then go up, or a really deep pullback into the low volume node and then slowly climb back up. That's my idea for NASDAQ. And if we directly just push up, we would have to see what we're gonna do above the London high. Okay, so if we range and build up some volume up in this area, we can also look for a long from there. Okay, so these are the possible scenarios. I hope this makes sense. If not, then just let me know in the live chat and I'll go through it in a bit more in depth. And let's look what gold did. Yeah, ranged a little bit in this area. Look how the point of control is now up in this area for the New York session. And I'm liking that. Why? Because now we'll have a lot of low volume nodes in here and also here that we can look for potential pullbacks. Okay, so yes, maybe if I go on the 5 minute, I will see the fair value gaps, but look where the real gap is. Look right, can you see this, guys? How much of a difference this is? This is like a really big difference. Why? Because the fair value gap would end here, but the low volume node is in here. Or here the fair value gap would be from there to there, like two gaps up on each other, but the real gap is in here. Okay, so we could also look for entries from those levels, but obviously we have to be very cautious because gold right now is extremely volatile. So we really need to wait for the confirmations to enter in those trades. Okay, also really beautiful 3-minute MC right here, as you can see. Let's see how that was looking while the MC was forming. Yeah, it was a point of control. and when the MC closed, it was also the point of control and it closed above it. So that's always a really, really strong indication. Yeah. Perfect. Yeah, trying to give you guys as much value as possible during these live streams, not only trades, because I think this is where you guys can also evolve, learn, and get better. And if you're enjoying that as well, make sure you hit the like button so I know you guys like this, and if not, let me know in the chat and I'll just focus on trades. That's even easier for me. Okay, so NASDAQ is done. Now we'll go on ES and mark our levels on ES. So same stuff. Go on the 1 hour. First, delete these things right here. The previous profile, so we have some fresh drawings here, because maybe you don't remember what you have drawn there, whatever. So it's always good to start off fresh. So right here, Monday until Friday market close, right here. Then go on the 1 minute, scroll all the way back to the start of the profile, and then what you will do is, yeah, we don't have the levels, so we'll have to draw them out. Right here, previous week value area high, and then you just copy paste this and then drag it to the value area low right here, and then copy paste again and drag it to the point of control. Okay, just like this. And look how we have the point of control right there, but we almost have like another one up in here. So you can mark these kind of things as well. And what I would do is I would just mark this, and then I would say previous week, like secondary point of control. I mean, this stuff is a bit more advanced things. You could get a bit confused, but it's actually not that complicated, to be honest. Okay, perfect. Yeah, no real low volume node, only right here a little bit. Other than that, within the value area, we only have this part right here. We'll mark that as well. Let me delete this one. Yeah. And I'll mark this one as well. And with the low volume nodes, you don't have to be extremely precise if they are higher time frame, low volume nodes. It's just important to be around that area, you know. So you are basing your trade idea off of something, and not just a random area that you cherry picked. And then we'll draw out Friday's profile as well. Right here. I think I went a bit too far. Yeah, just like this. And then previous day value area low. Boop, boop, boop. Previous day point of control. And previous day value area high. Okay, so the previous day levels are not that important as of now, but you can see that the low volume node of the week is still like a low volume node. Like, it's very similar to what we have marked on NQ. If you can see this, it's very similar to what we have on NQ, guys. So that's really interesting to watch out for. And what you can do is to just draw another one right here, okay? Or you just extend this one to here. I'll just say previous week and previous day. Okay, so it's clear where the levels are from, you know. And then what's missing is today's profile right here. And with today's profile, you can see, yes, we did build up some volume here, but there could be a bit more potential, because if you compare this to this, you can see clearly that this up here is way more volume than this. Okay, and then what we also can do is take the profile from NYSE until market close and see if there are big differences or not, and adjust our levels based on that. Yeah, as you can see, the point of control is still the same. The value area low is here. So previous day NY New York value area low. Let me get these levels from there as well. Yeah, and yeah, the point of control is pretty much like the previous week's second point of control. Can you see that? Like, it's almost aligning. So it was a good idea to mark that one out as well, right here. So we have now more confidence when we get into that area. It makes more sense in this case, you know. Just drag this bit like that, and I will just check something really quickly from the previous week's profile. Okay, previous week's profile, I have to extend it a little bit. Just to be perfect, but it's just the last 1 hour, so it's nothing crazy. We'll leave that. And the value area high right here. Okay. Yeah, like that. So yeah, I mean, pretty much we are far away from these areas of, as of now. Okay, but this obviously this can change when the market opens in 23 minutes. So we still have to be ready for that, you know. But we are now set for ES as well. Pretty much the same idea I have on the NASDAQ. So either we come down to here and then move up, or we come down to the point of control and look for a move like this. Also a previous week high, value area high retest. So yeah, and if not, again, we'll have to see what happens if we do push up right away and what we just built up in that area. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Yeah. I'll mark this as well. So only the NY session. And look how beautifully this lines up with the low volume node. NY. And then I'll just copy that. Value area low. Value area high. And yes, it can seem like this is a lot to draw out, whatever. And yes, we are building the indicator for this as well. So we have all of these levels marked out directly with the indicator. But yeah, that will come in the near future as well. Hello, bro. I joined late. You guys hadn't trade yet? No trades yet. We're still waiting, in total honesty. Nothing as of now. Gold is still ranging. Let's check the 1 hour closure. Yeah, a very strong 1 hour closure. Also close above this high of Friday's New York session, and retesting that now. Yeah, it looks really strong bullish. We just have to see a good entry confirmation to get into the trade. Hi everybody, let's go relentlessly in this new trading day and week. Every day we learn and we go ahead. Thanks for your job, brothers. LFG, yeah. Greg's corner, yeah. Welcome, brother. That's what we're gonna do always. And yeah. Roaring Lions is great work, appreciate it. Hope you guys like these things. I mean, these take a lot of time, but as I said, with the volume indicator, we'll have that sorted as well, and that will make things a lot easier for us. But as you guys can imagine, these kind of things take up a lot of time and effort, because all like with everything we do, we want it to be close to perfect. It's never going to be perfect, but very close to perfect. Yunus, yes, no issues, brother. I will get back to you. Don't worry. And Harshad said I messaged you in Discord. No problem, guys. I will get back to all of you. As you can see, I'm now on the stream. Don't worry, guys. Don't worry. Patience is very important. Yeah. Hi everyone, I'm Led. Sorry, work sucks, but here now and ready to learn. Yeah, bro, we all of us work or had some kind of a work, you know, so no issues at all. Let's get that giveaway text in here as well. Yes, patience is one of the most important keys. Yeah, it's the key to success. Okay. Wow, someone made like an AI face of me. but this doesn't look like me at all. At all. Look, can I show you this, guys? I mean, does this look like me? I don't think so. Oh man, these editors in here. Yeah, we're looking for a new thumbnail designer, and I got a lot of thumbnails from editors and stuff. So yeah, that's why I'm checking my phone here and there, because what do you say? It's crucial right now. Okay, brother, we can continue after doing live stream. Yeah, when is Kadir coming? Tonight. Tonight he's coming. And tomorrow we'll be together again. Yeah, so let's see, guys. I mean, we are ranging a little bit. I like to see that, in total honesty. Because look right now, can you see how beautifully the 30-minute gap lines up with the low volume node right now? This is perfect. Look right here, and yeah, this can be adjusted a little bit like this. Look, and now the difference is, the big difference is, you can now know, okay, this was like really a gap, you know. So that's a huge difference than just looking at the candlesticks. And the best part is, I'm gonna discuss this also on the video. You don't have to change your strategy or whatever just because you are using volume, etc. You know, and that's, I think, the best part about it. You don't have to change anything, because this now becomes just another layer of confluence. You look more handsome. Nice picture. Yeah, that doesn't look like me though. That's not me. So it's not really beneficial as a thumbnail. Let's see, guys. 14 minutes for NYSE. We are waiting patiently. Yeah, same stuff. I mean, there's not a big difference between S&P and NASDAQ. Same things. Let's measure the daily candle here on gold. Right here. Crazy stuff, man. 1100. I mean, these candle sizes will become like regular things, I think, on gold now. Can you take a look at BTC if it's gonna go up or not, bro? I just came out of the last 2% drawdown in the one crypto account holding partials. Yeah, normally I won't do it, but since we are just waiting now, I can. You're in a buy or what? I mean, yeah, we had four. We had 2 4-hour MCs, really strong. Daily, yeah, but this is a Sunday, so I'm not sure. But still, it's a manipulation candle. 12-hour, yeah. I mean, this doesn't look weak as of now. Like for short term, doesn't look weak, but and as you can see, guys, the 1 hour is crazy. Look at these TPs. I mean, yes, there are SLs here and there as well, but overall, doesn't look bad. But you would have to check this here and also the sessions. This is only New York right now. But yeah, I mean, this looks not bad. Not bad. But look, I will always ask myself this. If we push up so strong and then come to a previous range and we start ranging, that's when I will be very cautious, because look, draw the volume profile after market open. You can see how most of the volume is here and here, right? So we have a huge low volume node in here. So I would not hold partials anymore, because I can assume that market is gonna at least come back down to here. And if it does that, I can look for another trade opportunity, you know? So that's how I think, you know? I mean, if your strategy tells you something else, then that's fine as well. But that's how I look at the markets. Because why should I hold this potential pullback when I can secure profits, and then if market comes back, I can look to enter again if the market gives me an entry confirmation. You know what I mean? I hope this was helpful, Harshad. But you are holding from here. Yeah, you pretty much caught the bottom, I think. So yeah, then I guess you don't really have to worry about these things. I mean, if you really caught that from here, that's a pretty sick entry that you had to hold a little bit, but sick entry. Yeah, not bad. Yeah, the manipulation model works on crypto also very, very nicely. Also, we do that for our investments and stuff. We use it as well. Look, I can show you something while we're waiting for the market. Where is Ethereum? Look, this actually crazy stuff. Look right here. I bought so much in this area after this MC and then this one as well. And how much? I think my average price was like something like this. Yeah, 1.6. Yeah, it made like 3x almost. Yeah, I think almost 3x. But this was the obvious target, these highs, and then just trailed until I got stopped here. always below the previous candles. Yeah. So you can use this also for crypto as well on the daily 4 hour. I mean, looks. I mean, it works, guys. Also, that drop. Same time it happened also on BTC. I can show you this as well. Look right here. I think that's the same date, right? August. Let me check. I think it was August. No, it was way earlier than that. Wait just a second. Yeah, it was in May or something. Yeah, look. Let me go back to that time frame. Look, yeah, April. Yeah, in May we had the push. So, look, April. Okay, look, MC on the daily. Right here. Perfect. And I love the MCs if we get them after a range like this, you know. And so I have more conviction. I have way more conviction that way in the MC. And also, of course, the area where it's from, etc. You know, these kind of things are very important as well. But as you can see, also in the 4 hour, bear trap, MC. So yeah, it was really great. And on the 1 hour, we had some really solid MCs as well. I even wanted to day trade this, but it was way too fast. I missed those entries. But yeah, and I think I showed you guys also like on Tesla and stuff. So yeah, it works pretty much on everything. It doesn't really matter too much what you trade. It's just important where the MC forms, like context. The area is important, and after that you just have to size correctly if you want to just trade it, or if you want to invest, make sure you invest the money you can afford to lose. You know, that's the most important thing, because otherwise you won't be able to hold potential pullbacks, or you will get very emotional when it's pumping and stuff, and you won't hold for the target you've set based on your analysis rather than on based on profits, you know. So yeah, that's very important. It's pretty much also the same with day trading or scalping, but obviously the time frames are just so much different, you know. So there is a lot more to worry about when you are on smaller time frames. Yeah, that's what I like to see. So perfect that we are ranging here. Why is this perfect? Because I want to see volume again building up, and then it's gonna be easier to make assumptions on where price could go next, you know. Because otherwise, if you're just pushing and pushing and pushing, you don't have any kind of information, you know. You can't get in a trade like that. But like this, you can get in a trade. You can look for a short, you can look for a pullback and then buy. So yeah, everything is open to us. 2 minutes for NYSE, so also timing wise perfect. So gold right now looking very good for a potential trade, so be ready for that. And obviously we will have NYSE as well. So let me turn on all the alerts right here. Perfect. And so we don't miss anything. Let's start from the 3-minute time frame up to the 15-minute. I'll do that for gold and then also for NQ and ES. That way we don't miss anything. And double check. Perfect. Gold is set. Now in queue. Add alert. 3 minute. Wait a second. Then 5 minute. Perfect. 10 minute. Look, this is nice. We didn't take London high yet, just a bit shy, and we're pulling down aggressively. That's nice. So my idea that I had in mind becomes more higher probability now. I think I made 10 minute twice. Yeah, I delete one. Okay, now we're gonna do the same for ES. So we are ready. During which session did the indicator give the most precise trades this week? I didn't check that, to be honest. I think last week Asia and London were like pretty great sessions. So maybe this week New York will be better. Let's see. Okay, perfect. All alerts are set. Now we're gonna go on gold and watch gold, because the other ones, market is now gonna open. We're gonna see what happens, etc. And that way we can see what we can do. Manipulation candle on NASDAQ. So bear trap coming in already. Look how it gives a long. I would have liked to see a deeper pullback before entering a long, but this is some serious momentum right now. Already 50 points, not even a minute on the clock. Let's check. Yes, almost the same. Only difference, this is not a manipulation candle like on the NASDAQ. And gold coming down, so that's perfect. That's perfect. That's what we wanted to see. And then what we want to see is, because now this is also a 30-minute gap. Look, but we already had the low volume node before the gap even formed. Okay, and we can also look for a buy from this area now. So it's perfect. Perfect stuff. I'm just thinking about what the NASDAQ is gonna do, because now we have taken out previous week's high, which was also, yeah, which was only Thursday's high. So we have tapped in to the breakout zone approximately, like on a higher time frame. So this will be tricky. This will be tricky, not gonna lie. This will be tricky. But yeah, let's see. I think 3 minute is also gonna give the long. 1 minute. Yeah, pretty much like all time frames have the potential to become MCs right here. Look, the bear trap actually worked out right here on the 30 minute. Very nice to see. And the 1 hour as well, both hit to take profit. Wow, this move just with NYSE is 140, 150 points already. We really have to size down on gold. You cannot really go in with the lots you have used or the contract sizes you used like 2, 3, 4 weeks ago. Like on the 50Ks, I usually use like 3 to 5 micros. So on CFDs, that's like 0.3, 0.5 lots. So very, very small size, but obviously I have more accounts. So in total, I'm still executing like 2, 3 lots or 4 lots in total, but the moves are just so big. Look at this right here, rejecting from the low volume node. The 1 minute already is giving the long. But obviously that's not enough. Not enough. Let's check. Yeah, 3 minute didn't close strong enough here on the NASDAQ. If you want to take mini contract on NASDAQ, would we execute it on MNQ? No, that's NQ. If you want to trade micros, then it's MNQ. Basically, 1 mini equals 10 micros. During which session did the indicator? Okay, I've done that. Hello, Roberts. Welcome. Welcome. Happy. Welcome on stream. Yeah, make sure you like the stream, guys. At 50 likes, we'll do a giveaway. Right here, as you guys can see, we'll do a giveaway at 50 likes. So make sure you share the stream. New week on stream. Yeah, look, the 1 minutes are not the best right now, guys. Not in this market as of now. I mean, yes, during the continuation they are strong, but if you see the pullback and just want to enter based on the 1 minute, it's very, very tricky. But during the continuations, they can be strong. Also 3 minute. Look, 3 minute continuation, 3 minute, etc. But just after a quick pullback, it's very, very risky with just entering based on a 1 minute. And especially if you know we have still the low volume node here, then also here, and the value area low from the New York session right here. Okay, so there are many things that you can combine to reduce low probability entries. Robert says, love it, perfect. Welcome everybody, let's grow this community, brothers. Yes, I just add 1 like, my boss. It's now 24. Thank you. It's 23 on my end. TP on the 1 hour MNQ. Yeah, the 1 hour bear trap worked really, really well. The 1 hour bear trap worked very, very well. But the problem is the 5 minute didn't close strong enough for a long. The 3 minute also couldn't close strong enough for the long. So I will still be waiting for NQ. But yeah, the 30-minute bear trap worked really nicely, and also the 1 hour worked as well perfectly fine. Look at this, and even going for more, almost at 2R right now. And yeah, the 30-minute same. Probably 30-minute already hit the 2R. Yeah, gold is coming down. I like to see this. And if we can form an entry with the next 5 minute, that would be perfect. Also timing wise, that would be great, because then we would have another 15 minutes to push to the upside, so that's gonna be good as well. So yeah, we just have to be patient at this point and really just wait for our setup. That's it. That's pretty much it. Nothing more. Yeah, I'm just getting bombarded by the designers here. Everyone wants to design our thumbnails, guys. Yeah, because we think we can do way better. And yeah, the volume profile video will come out after the stream. So 11 a.m. Be sure to be on the premiere, guys, because I think that video will be very, very helpful. I tried to make it as concise as possible to not waste time and give you the most amount of value possible. It's like 18 minutes long, but full of value, like no gimmicks, whatever, just like, and with a lot of trade examples that we also took on the live streams with you guys here. So yeah, obviously, as you guys know, we don't show replay mode trades. We always show trades that we take ourselves. Okay, so nice push up right here from gold, almost 100 points. I mean, this is crazy. We have to get used to these sizes, guys. I'm really honest with you. But the problem is, if this continues that way, it will be very tough to get an entry on the 5. Then we would have to wait for the 15 to become a manipulation candle. That would mean that our stop loss will be huge, like 200 points. But still, to the previous day's point of control, we have more than 1 R. Previous day value area high, 2 R. Yeah, I mean, gold nowadays can do anything, so I don't really mind the stop loss. But we could have much better entry if we formed the MC within this area, you know? Yeah, also nothing on the 3-minute. I mean, there can be a 3-minute entry, because since this is a manipulation candle, we know, okay, this can become a bear trap if we close above this high. That's another probability. And what I want to do is I will draw also the session profile of NYSE now. Yeah, extend it to the right. Perfect. Yeah, that will be very interesting. Because look, we have a lot of volume executed at the low right here. So it's going to be interesting to see a retest and then a potential move to the upside. You know, that will give us even more conviction for the long scenario. That's great news. I've tried to learn the volume profile for a long time. Appreciate you doing that for us, bro. Yeah, you're welcome. Like, I'm trading with the volume profile, and not just the volume profile. I also have I also trade with cumulative delta, etc. And for, I would say, 1.5 years, just like as an added confluence to my trades that are based on my manipulation model. So I don't change my strategy, I just add the volume analysis as another layer, you know. And that's a nice thing because you can really add it to our strategy with not worrying about it. Look, I don't like really what's going on the charts as of now. Will be tough to get an entry on NQ and ES. I think gold is more likely to give us an entry. And this is even better now that we are coming down. Because as I said, I would like to see a retest of this high volume notes with NYSE. And then if we can reject out of there, then that's really, really high probability. So yeah, we just have to be patient and wait. That's it. Very, very simple session as of now. If you're just patient, it's a very, very simple session, to be honest. US 30 look interesting to me. Yeah, I mean, it's almost the same price action wise. Yeah. Yeah, I think if we are just ranging like this, there is a really high probability to come down again. But obviously, I don't care about the move that comes down to here, because I don't know how long that's gonna hold or if it's even gonna hold. But if it does that, then I can look for my areas where I would like to buy off of. Okay, so that's the main idea that we always keep in mind, you know. So don't try to get in the counter trend positions, rather look for those opportunities, just like on gold, for example. Just like on gold, look for those opportunities where you could potentially see a pullback, and then wait for your setups to appear and form, and then you can take the pro trend trade. I think this way you will have a much higher win rate, much more risk reward, and also less trades. So you only try to take quality trades. You're always fresh. You don't get exhausted by too much execution. And I think these are very important factors for traders. Okay, 5-minute candle coming down. Let's see. I like what I'm seeing, guys. I'm liking what I'm seeing. Look how the low volume node gets filled up in the upper portion right here, like in the upper 50-60%. So that's always a good sign. And what we have to see now is to break above the point of control here again of NYSE. Right here, this red line. So I will now drag this right here so we can see this very clearly, because we already know that we are in the low volume node. I think this makes more sense and it's easier for you guys to read as well. So yeah, that's going to be important now. Manipulation candle on ES. We got an alert. Let's check. I think it's a bearish one, probably. Oh, it's a bullish 3-minute, actually. Yeah. I mean, it's good, but no entry for me. If it would be like NASDAQ, that it's doing it from the value area high and close to the previous week's high as a break and retest, then I could consider that. But on ES, that's obviously not the case. But ES still didn't take out the previous week's high, which is also an outstanding target for ES. So it's not really A plus, total honesty. Perfect. I love what I'm seeing. I'm getting ready for this, guys, on gold. Okay, 5-minute couldn't make a manipulation candle here, but it's almost a manipulation candle. Let's check all time frames. Yeah, it's almost a manipulation candle at this point. We couldn't break or close above the high, but this rejection from the value area low of the New York session, the low volume node, and closing above the point of control, these are all very, very good signs. These are very, very good signs. But no MC means no trade for me personally, but still very high probability. Yeah. Just gonna wait. I think patience will pay today. I think we will get a really, really easy setup if we are just patient and wait for our setup to present itself. Yeah, I think that's a really, really good idea. Maybe on the 3-minute, I don't know, but yeah, it only has 10 seconds. It will be tough probably. But I really like the build up, to be honest. So if you just delete the volume profile right here, also like from the range and how we are reacting here is also really, really nice, you know. So that's why I'm really liking what I'm seeing. Oh, by the way, that was the 1-minute, not the 3-minute. And yeah, as I said, right here, we break the point of control, push up, come in for a retest, and react again. That's exactly what you want to see if you want to see a bullish expansion out of a previous range. And also we have a beautiful value area low retest right before we close back above. Look, value area low of the New York session. Yeah, it's a waiting game. It's a waiting game. So yeah, guys, still not quite pushing up heavily. Maybe, just maybe, we could form a 5-minute MC with the last 5-minute candle. That could be the only possibility that I'm seeing, or we will form a 1-hour gap right here, so we could see an entry with the new 1 hour as well if we come back down again. So that's why I really don't have any kind of FOMO, because I know what potentially can form based on experience. So don't take setups that are not in your playbook just because you know based on experience, or I don't know, based on your feelings or whatever, that markets is gonna go somewhere, you know. Okay, nice. Coming down already. No top wick. Maybe from the point of control we could see a push to the upside, and if we could close above New York session's point of control, that would become really high probability at this point. Look, then the 5-minute would become an MC as well, and we would close above the point of control. So yeah, pretty good idea if it happens. Of course, if it doesn't happen, we don't have a trade, but if it happens, then that's perfect. Okay, retested value area low of NYSE, seeing a rejection for now. So let's see what's gonna form here. Very curious what's gonna happen. We have 2 more minutes, so if price can push up in the next 2 minutes, form a manipulation candle, then we have an entry. Otherwise, we'll have to wait a little bit. Yeah, as I said, I mean, you can trade based off on your experience, whatever, but look, even if it now goes or doesn't go, look, you would get stopped out and then enter again, stopped out, enter again, and then finally some time it goes your direction. But is it really worth taking risk on setups like that? In my opinion, it's not, but everyone can decide for themselves. And I'm also not gonna just take trades just because we are streaming or whatever, you know, I want views or something. That doesn't really matter to me. I will not do something what I would not do normally, you know, just because we are streaming. So point of control of the day lining up with NYSE's point of control. This is usually what's going to happen most of the time, because most amount of volume is just going to be transacted during NYSE or after NYSE. So that's not a surprise at all. I'm just looking if price can confirm that it wants to push with volume, so maybe we can get a setup from there. So manipulation candle on gold, I guess it's a 15-minute, or is it a 10-minute? Yeah, it's a 10-minute bearish manipulation candle. So really nice. So most likely right now, okay, we did it already. We tapped now the 1 hour FVG that just formed, okay, with this 1 hour. Look right here. So the 1 hour didn't even take out the previous 1 hour candle's high. So it just stood like inside of the range of the previous 1 hour candle. This means if we can get a bullish confirmation for price to continue its intraday direction, then it's going to be a very high probability trade. And if we don't get that, then most likely we will just sit on our hands and just wait. And if it doesn't happen at all, then we're gonna be done for gold. Done with gold, and then maybe you can get a trade on ES or the NASDAQ, whatever, you know. Also, 1 hour candles close pretty strong on the indices right here. I mean, ES has a bigger wick to the top. The NASDAQ, I mean, NASDAQ closed a bit stronger. That if you can see, the 4 hour candle looks very strong on the NASDAQ. As you can see, 4 hour manipulation candle. So if we want to stay bullish, we should now just respect the 4 hour candle's low and build up from here and then go up. Okay, so you always have to adapt what's going on and what happens during the session, because first our analysis was, okay, if we can come back down we could buy this, but it just pushed up, so no problem at all. But now we could look for any pullback for as a potential entry, you know, as a potential entry. So that's quite nice. Let's check the 4 hour of ES. It's also a manipulation candle, as you can see, but since the wick is a bit bigger and we couldn't close above this 4 hour manipulation candles high either, I think yeah, also not this one. And NASDAQ, if you can see that, we closed above both of these 4 hour MCs. Okay, so this means the NASDAQ is way stronger right now than ES. In this way you can choose which asset you want to trade. Okay, so as of now I'm more interested in the NASDAQ if it gives me the entry. Okay, let's check gold. Yeah, gold is slowly but surely coming down, filling in this low volume note. Yeah, pretty good session so far in my opinion. Pretty good session. only thing missing now is a really solid entry confirmation. If you get that as well, then that's perfect. And it's gonna be perfect. Gold spot, learning so much. Appreciate that, appreciate that. Glad you guys are learning on every stream. That's the whole purpose of the streams. Yeah, I mean, NASDAQ doesn't look like it's it wanna give us an entry here. Let's check YM. Yeah, same. We'll probably eat some bread with gold, I think. And in total honesty, gold is much easier right now to trade because it's the only asset that really has a trend going on right now. Because the other ones are just in a weekly range right now. We just have to wait for the confirmations. So one is obviously this potential bear trap. Okay. But if we can get a 5-minute or like 3-minute MC in here, then we can get in much lower. Okay. So that's basically the idea. So bear trap, let's say this M10. Okay, 10-minute bear trap, potential bear trap. If you close above this line on the 10-minute, and that's a setup as well. And if we have a confirmation on the 5 or on the 3-minute before in this area, then that's also a trade. So I'm fine with both scenarios. 1 minute already looking very, very nice. Already giving the bear trap right here with this 1 minute manipulation candle getting trapped with this candle. That is already nice, and we are reacting off of the value area low, sorry, the value area high of the current day. And right here we have the value area low of the New York session. So overlapping areas are always my favorite, and that's also where we get the most highest probability trades. So let's see what happens if the 1 minute setup gets to take profit. Okay, take profit hit. Look how this changed. This was like 14%, now it's 75%. Yeah, really nice. I think we'll most likely get the setup with the 10-minute closure. Most likely. And if not, then we can still wait for this 15-minute to become a manipulation candle, and that can be our entry as well. Yeah, I don't think we'll push in a minute, to be honest. I mean, if it does, no problem, we'll take it. But I don't really think that we'll be there in a minute, because that's still like a 110 point move. Yes, gold can do everything, but I think it's more likely to happen like in the next 3 to 4 minutes. So most likely the 15-minute candle is gonna become a manipulation candle, and then that's where we could enter for a continuation move to the upside. And if we just measure what we could target, so we know our risk reward approximately. So right here, yeah, and it didn't quite touch the FPG, I think, but yeah, it's no problem, no big deal. Yeah, so well, the stop loss is gonna be big on this one. But yeah, we already get more than 1 hour at the previous day's point of control, and yeah, 2 hour at the value area high of the previous day. And if we target new all-time highs, that's also more than a 2 hour. So yeah, that's enough of a range in my opinion. So if we can get that in the next 4 minutes and 40 seconds, that's a perfect entry. That's a perfect entry right there. And I will be still looking out for a 3-minute setup to enter this trade for a smaller stop loss. Yeah, looking very, very nice. Looking very, very nice. But obviously this trade can take a bit longer. So if it happens, we'll probably have to hold it for an hour or so. So be ready for that if you enter the trade. Yeah, we don't have anything really to work with on the indices. Yeah, the 1 minute trade is floating really nicely in profits. Look right here. 2R already. Very, very nice. Very, very nice in here. And look at the difference of this 1 minute and this 1 minute. Okay, like as a setup, because look right here, you come down very aggressively. It's still like the 5-minute candle is gonna close like in 2 minutes, whatever. It's very low probability that the 5-minute immediately just gonna flip and go bullish again. But here you already have a range to target right here, right? Rather than you are buying into the range. Look right here, you're buying into the range. That's why it gets trapped. But here you're buying into a clean move to the downside, right? And you're also building up volume in the low volume node. You're touching this one as well. You have a new 1 hour, right? So that's also very key. New 1 hour candle. And you have a bear trap, you know? And the value area low of the New York session, value area high of the day. And yeah, I mean, I think that was a really solid setup for a 1 minute time frame. So slowly but surely we're grinding up here. 1 more minute left, guys. I'm getting ready for a quick pop for the confirmation of the MC. Gonna get ready for that. Are you aiming for a new ATH, bro? I'm not aiming for anything. If market gives me that, yeah, I'll take it. But there is a high probability for that, yes. So let's see, 40 seconds left. I'm gonna get ready if it happens 270 points, so I have to size down a little bit here. Okay. Okay, we're seeing the pop. Let's see, 10 seconds. Look how the point of control came down. It was here. Now it's here. Yeah, we're not getting the MC right away, guys. So I'll wait for this 10-minute candle to close. For that to confirm the bear trap. And this way my stop loss will be like this as well. Yeah, look, bear trap coming up. So 5 minutes. I just have to wait 5 minutes. And maybe, I don't know, we'll be here or here. So most likely though, we'll have a smaller stop loss than that 50-minute candle. But look, now the 30-minute candle will become a manipulation candle as well. So this becomes even higher probability as price action evolves. Okay, so, and that's what you want to see with your trades. Okay, so I'll delete this because this happened now. So we are trapping the 10-minute bearish MC. And we just have to wait now for this candle's closure, for the indicator to confirm the bear trap. And then we'll enter for a continuation move to the upside. Yeah, I think today was a really good example of being patient and just waiting for your setups. So you enter with the close of the 10-minute candle. Yes. If the bear trap signal stays with the 10-minute candle's closure, I will enter that trade. Andreas. And in the meantime, since we have 3 minutes, I'll just check the indices real quickly. Okay, NASDAQ has the potential to become a manipulation candle here. Let's see. Also ES, previous month's high. These can be interesting as well. And if it happens, maybe I can allocate a little bit of risk on the indices as well, but only if it's really strong. So let's wait 2.5 minutes, guys. It's feeling like a hunter setup. I don't know what that is, bro. But if it's something good, I'll take it, no problem. But this is pretty much like how you can use like volume. Yes, we would still get this bear trap without all of this analysis, whatever. I mean, and that's the beauty like of the indicator, in complete honesty. But I think if you can understand what the indicator is showing you and what is behind the candlesticks, then you have way more confidence and conviction for the setup, you know? I think that's a big difference. Okay, I think we'll get the bear trap in any moment. 1.5 minutes left here, guys. So get ready. No financial advice, of course. Only for entertainment purposes only here. Okay, 1 more minute. Okay, getting ready, 30 seconds left. So if this bear trap stays, I will be getting into this trade, guys. 10 seconds left. The stop loss is around 140 points. Yeah, 136. And yeah, got in right on this candles open. Right there, my entry is 40.3. Stop is 150 points because we pushed up a little bit more. So 1 hour is here. 1 hour is here. And we'll target at least, I think the previous day's point of control is a really good target. So yeah, let's see. Let's see if the patience pays today, guys. So why did we enter this long in here? Basically, we have a bear trap forming from the 30-minute FEG. Plus, we came back down to the low volume node in here and here, built up volume, pushed up again, and on the lower time frames, you could see that we are pushing away from today's value area high and New York sessions value area low right here. And this is always a strong indication if you're pushing with power through point of control right here and right here, that we can see another push and make new highs for the day. Okay, the 30-minute is also a manipulation candle as we discussed earlier, and the 1 hour is also a manipulation candle now. So if we survive with our stop loss with the 10-minute bear trap, then this trade has a potential also to make new all-time highs here today. Okay, so that's the idea. And now we'll just leave the trade on and we'll manage it if we have to. Okay, and for the giveaway we need 20 more likes, guys. 20 more likes for the giveaway. And I just wanted to check NQ and ES. Yeah, no setups just yet. Yeah, probably just gonna push now, I think. It really looks like it. Yeah, 50-minute candle made the bottom wick as well. Yeah, but no quality setup. No quality setup. Gold is the best one right now. Gold is the best one to trade right now. So ideally, in the next 7 minutes, the 30-minute candle closes as a really strong manipulation candle. Ideally. You are in a position, brother. Yes, as you can see, it says bear trap right here. And this is a long position and it's active. And this means that I'm in a trade. We already got like 100 points right away. Basically in the, I think the first 2 minutes. Yeah, first minute. But obviously our stop is 150. So we still have some room to go. And after 1-to-1, I will look at the volume, and depending on that, I will go break even. I don't like when we have this kind of rejection. Yeah, I don't like it either. I love straight pushes to take profit. Universe, love the analysis, always spot on. Thank you. What's important is after the analysis to stick to your plan and don't do something that's not according to your plan when you are in a trade. Tunji says check 30 minutes. What's on the 30 minute? I just checked the 30-minute, and I also said what I'm looking for on the 30-minute, or what I would like to see on the 30-minute. Yes, I am on the gold chart. What is on the 30-minute time frame? Tunji. What is on the 30-minute time frame on gold? Please elaborate on that. Yeah, the 10-minute win rates are really nice as well. Obviously, the shorts are not going to be that much of a high win rate. The bull traps still have a good win rate. I would have to check how many trades that is. But 60 on long, 60 on bear traps, not bad. And by the way, this is only New York session. Probably with London and Asia is way more than that. So we need 20 more likes for a giveaway, guys. Make sure you share the stream. And we're also in a trade. I mean, yes, it did take a bit long. Longer than usual. 2 hours almost. I am already tired here. Talking 2 hours straight. And yeah. Trust me, guys, it's so much easier to just trade on your own. Because you don't have to talk to anyone. You don't have to explain anything. You already know what you're looking for. You just trade and go by your day. We're torturing ourselves here. But this is only the beginning. You are missing your ball. Yeah, of course. Because when he was here, I could rest a little bit at least. Oh, I look at my eyes, man. Oh, let me put on this these glasses here. Wait, this Kadir's. Let me put on mine. Let me put on mine here. Yeah, I mean my eyes are bleeding right now, guys. Gold coming back. Wow, manipulation candle. I guess that's on the 3 or 5. Yeah, 3 minute. So let's see if we trap that right away. Because we only have 2.5 minutes for the 3-minute closure, guys. And that's not ideal if you close weak on the 30-minute. Yeah, much better, man. Wow, why didn't I put on my glasses? I don't know. Wow, because I have lights here, everywhere. I mean, yeah, let's see. 2 minutes. Yeah, 30 has to close strong, guys. I mean, I prefer at least a closure above the New York high. Okay, at least a closure above the New York high, so we have to at least push like 20-30 points, and that's nothing for gold as of now. So hopefully we can get even more than that in the last minute. But yeah, let's see. Let's see that. But I mean, it's obvious we pushed for a straight up for the last 20 minutes, so it's pretty usual that you can see like a 5-minute candle ranging a little bit, especially if it's the last 5 minutes of the 30-minute. You know, it's pretty normal, so don't get scared by these kind of pullbacks, and just wait it out, you know. Okay, so let's see that on the 3-minute, guys. Let's see on the 3-minute. Look, also stop loss covers the point of control of NYSE, so that's nice too. Yeah, 20 seconds left. We should close above this line here. I think you guys can see this here. We should close above this. If not, I will be a little bit stricter with my trade management. If we do close above it, I will mostly just leave the entire position to 2R. And if not, I will close a partial at 1R. Yeah, look, 10:30, my alert hit as well. So we didn't close above the New York sessions high. I don't like that. But what I like is we still closed as an MC. We're still getting the long with the indicator. And in 30 minutes, our premier with the volume profile is there as well. So don't miss that one. But the trade is looking good so far. It's not a huge trade as of now, so still have to wait. But as of now, I like what I'm seeing. We just have to sit this out. Most likely, as I said, guys, since we didn't close above that high, I will trim off some of my position at 1R, because as you can see, if we do push up, this is a 3.5R. So let's say I trim off half of the position here, I can still make another 2R like additionally with the runner. So that's again still a good risk reward ratio trade. But if it comes back down, I'm out, you know. So I saved myself some profits. So that's how I'm gonna manage this one. And again, we'll come back tomorrow. I will leave this trade on, by the way, and I will update you guys on Discord. If I take a partial, if I just leave it on, I will update in the Discord. And if you're not in the Discord, make sure you join, and also choose the Hamza role, and maybe I'll also tag the live stream role, just because of this trade's sake. But yeah, so you guys know exactly how I manage the trade. And yeah, I'll see you guys tomorrow. I will just leave this trade now, and half an hour we have the new upload on the YouTube channel, the volume profile. I also made an intro with a deep voice, so hopefully that's pretty cool as well. Yeah, as I said, just gonna leave this. It could range a little bit and then go with the next 5. And yeah, see you guys tomorrow. And tomorrow we will be again with Kadir, so I'm not gonna be alone anymore, and that's really nice as well, because it's really tiring a little bit, in complete honesty. Like right now my eyes are like bleeding really, and I just want to close my eyes and just rest them a little bit. I don't know how these people do that, man, with all those lights and stuff. But yeah, we have some crazy lights up there. I mean, it's not easy. And yeah, let's see, guys. This trade really has some good potential. I didn't see anything on NQES. Yeah, we did say we could push up from there with the 50-minute flip right there, and also rejecting from a point of control. Other than that, I didn't really get an entry. I was waiting for the 3-minute MC and the 5-minute MC, but I didn't get that as well. So the candles just closed not strong enough, and it's what it is, you know. You won't get the perfect trades every single day, but what's important is to keep up the discipline and the trade management, you know, and that's what will keep you in the game in the long run. Okay, so guys, have a nice day. I'll see you guys tomorrow, and make sure you are joining the premiere as well in 30 minutes. And I'm gonna be live for the premiere as well, so if you have questions throughout the video, ask them in the live chat, and I will try to go through them as well, because I will be live for the premiere as well. Okay, so have a nice day, everyone, And as I said, I will update you guys on the Discord regarding the trade, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye bye, take care guys, I'll see you.